मिड वीक में आमतौर पे कुछ मज़ेदार खाने का दिल चाह रहा होता है। एटलीस्ट मैं अपनी क्रेविंग्स के बारे में आपको बता सकती हूँ। वीक शुरू होता है इस तहैये के साथ मैं कुछ हेल्दी खाऊंगी और वीक एंड तक ऑब्वियसली आप फीस्ट कर रहे होते हैं और मिड वीक आपको इन दोनों का कुछ कॉम्बिनेशन चाहिए होता है। तो टुडे वी थॉट विल ब्रिंग यू अ फैंटास्टिक सेगमेंट डेडिकेटेड टू फूड और ख़ास तौर पर अगर आप पैन एशियन कुजीन के फ़ैन्स हैं और अगर आप कराची, लाहौर, इस्लामाबाद में कहीं पर भी हैं तो आप वाकिफ़ होंगे चॉप चॉप वॉक से, विच हैज़ टेकन द मार्केट बाय स्टॉर्म। They have been around for a while, लेकिन सबसे मज़ेदार बात यह है कि they keep innovating their menu. So there's never a dull day. You can always find something more exciting over there. And this time the fun thing was that they have collaborated with the consulate of Malaysia, क्योंकि ख़ास तौर पे इस महीने अगर देखा जाए तो मलेशिया के लिए बहुत important है। On the 16th of August they had the Malaysian National Day और इनका Independence Day आता है 31st of August को. So together let's find out what is the storm that they are cooking up. हमारे साथ आज मौजूद हैं one of the partners for Chop Chop Walk, Salman Naki, who's also a very dear friend. Thank you, Salman, for making time for us today.
Thank you, Sidra, for having us over.
I know it's too early in the day and probably it's too early in the morning for you as well, but thank you for being here. अच्छा जी, और आपके साथ मौजूद हैं वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डेकोरेटेड शेफ्स दैट आई हैव पर्सनली मेट इन माय लाइफ। आपको बताती चलूँ कि ही इज़ द डेप्यूटी डीन एट द UCSI यूनिवर्सिटी वेयर ही इज़ लीडिंग द फैकल्टी ऑफ हॉस्पिटैलिटी। इसके अलावा ही इज़ द डेप्यूटी प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ गैस्ट्रोनॉमी एसोसिएशन ऑफ मलेशिया। ही इज़ बिन अराउंड फॉर कपल ऑफ टर्म्स नाउ, 2016 में इन्होंने ज्वाइन किया था। इसके अलावा ही इज़ ऑल्सो द कंट्री वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड एसोसिएशन ऑफ मास्टर शेफ, the Malaysian chapter, and this is also, by the way, not his first visit to Pakistan. I was very pleasantly surprised to find out that he spent about a few years, I think late 80s and the early 90s, where his father was deputed with the Embassy of Malaysia in Islamabad, so he has spent time in Pakistan. How does he feel about coming back here, and does the Pakistani cuisine also inspire him? Let's find out. हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं शेफ फजली बिन उमर। Thank you so much, chef, for being here with us.
Thank you. Apa khabar? There is a welcome speech from Malaysia to host ataupun to say to people that we are new. So apa khabar? It's good.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Please tell me that it was Malaysia Day on the 16th of August and you chose to actually be here in Pakistan for it.
Yes, it was a last-minute call by the Consulate of General of Malaysia to call me to come over to Karachi in conjunction with the Malaysian Study in Malaysia Education Fair. And on top of that, with my presence, so we link up with Chop Chop Walk in terms of promoting Malaysian cuisine in Karachi and especially in the whole of Pakistan under the brand of Chop Chop Walk.
It is so interesting when you say study in Malaysia and you're a part of the campaign as well. Salman, usually our students are always worried. They go to the other parts in the world and they're like, okay, we don't like the food, we can't figure out the cooking. But we've never had that problem when students go to Malaysia.
Yeah, so Malaysian food, generally, if you're very new to it, as a kid when I traveled to Malaysia, so they eat rice for breakfast, and so it's a bit new to people in the beginning, but generally, see, it's halal food, everything is halal, so it's easier for people to sort of fit in, and they have a spicier palate like we do, and I think it generally flies with most people. We just need to know the right stuff. Plus, they have a very famous fried chicken.
Absolutely.
And there's this dish called curry kambing, which is a bit like nehari, to be honest. So
really?
Yeah.
But it's made with chicken or what protein?
No, it's made with lamb. Lamb is
nice.
Cooked overnight slowly. So yeah.
Everybody has their take on it. लेकिन आपको एक बड़ी मज़ेदार बात बताती हूँ. Not a lot of people know it, and if you're a Chop Chop Walk, this is interesting trivia for you. Salman was actually based in Australia where he went for his studies. और वहाँ पे एक Malaysian restaurant है by the name of Mama. And it always had a huge line in front of it, and Mama's was Pan-Asian, of course, and Malaysian food. और ये inspire हुए उस restaurant से, and that's how Chop Chop Walk happened, right?
100%, yes.
So मुझे ये बताओ, Salman, you always knew that you're going to be in Pan-Asian food. I know you like food, but Pan-Asian food?
Not particularly Pan-Asian. I always knew I wanted to open a restaurant as early as A-levels. But, and I knew that that restaurant would have more to do with rice than anything. So I used to call it the rice factory back in the day. And I thought we used to serve different type of rice and, maybe some curries with it from anything and everything. But as I started traveling to Asia and different parts of Asia and my time in Australia as well, I was exposed to a lot of Asian noodle bars, and they were always quick, cheap and to the point. And this place, Mama, like you mentioned, so their mee goreng, their nasi goreng, their roti canai, their curry kambing just took me by storm. So yeah. here
so
we are.
let's initiate those who are not too familiar or would like to know more about the Malaysian cuisine and flavors. Chef Fadzly, how would you define it? Like, we know for a fact that Italian cooking has a certain brand to it. Mexican is spicy just like ours.
Yes.
How would you, in a nutshell, define the Malaysian flavors?
To introduce about our Malaysian cuisine, of course, we do have the spicy element, we have the sweet element. Malaysia are divided into sections from the northern to the southern, and the northern normally is more spicy, then the southern is more sweetness. So there is a breakdown of the flavors. In terms of signature of dishes, we do have like rendang, which also from the northern and also to the southern, which they have the similar rendang, but they are more spicy and a bit sweet. So there are things like satay is one of the dishes. Mostly, if you come to Malaysia, you must take satay, because a satay in Malaysia, we have our own special blend in terms of the lemongrass, the cumin, the fennel, and also our brown sugar that we incorporated into the marination of the satay, and of course, is pairing with the peanut sauce. So it's a must to go for that matter. And to balance, the charcoal is being grilled, so you have to take together with the onion and the cucumber to cooling back your body heat.
That is
so that is why when you take satay, these three elements must be in complement together. You just cannot take just only the satay itself.
You know, I just realized that, 16th of August is Malaysia Day, the National Day, and 14th is our independence, so didn't realize it was so close together in proximity for Pakistan and Malaysia. But please tell me, because it's a season of festivals and celebrations, what is a celebration feast like in Malaysia?
Okay, in Malaysia, we do have a multicultural religion. We have the main one is, of course, the Malays, then we have the Chinese and the Indians. So we have three main festivals that we are celebrating in Malaysia. For the Malays, of course, is the Eid Mubarak, the festival after fasting, and after that we do have the Adha. And for the Chinese, they have the Chinese New Year, and for the Indian, Deepavali is one of the signature. So these is the three main celebrations that we are celebrated in Malaysia.
And what is a regular feast for these celebrations like? Like for in Pakistan, we always have biryanis and niharis and our korma. I'm sure you must have tried them.
Exactly. So for this, my visit, I'm bringing this type of dishes to Pakistan. There are celebration menu that will be bring in this Karachi under Chop Chop Walk. Which example, the nasi minyak or the Malaysian style ghee rice. We have, of course, our signature is the nasi lemak with the sambal. This time I'm bringing the sambal, prawn sambal. And of course, there is a side condiment that must go along with this. With the nasi lemak is the peanut, we have the cucumber, and of course the sambal. It is a must. All right, then other than that, we do have our signature dishes, example the chicken curry to go along with the rice, and of course there is a salad that we go along with that. It's all to balance the diet. Sometimes the ghee rice is too heavy on the fat part, and we have the vegetables to cooling down the things.
Absolutely. And the exciting news, by the way, is जिस तरह के Chef Fadzly आप सबको बता रहे थे कि there is a wonderful new combination menu that they are creating. हम आपको एक उसका sneak peek भी देंगे. On my show today, you'll be able to take a sneak peek at what is cooking at Chop Chop Walk when it comes to this celebration Malaysian menu. लेकिन जाने से पहले a quick question from Salman. Salman, मुझे ये बताइएगा कि I know we've had this conversation several times कि authentic cuisine के there are not many takers of it. So when you guys were putting together a Malaysian menu, उसको कितना tweak करना पड़ा पाकिस्तानी palate के हवाले से?
With Malaysian food, to be honest, we didn't have to tweak a lot of it because I think it just blends in. They like spicy food, we like spicy food, and of late I've noticed like most popular things around here, people like a little bit of sweetness in their spicy food. So if anything, we just had to curate a few dishes, like select a few dishes out of a wide array of dishes, but like because they're so used to serving international people as well and people from all over the world, so we didn't have to tweak it much. But yes, yeah.
And apply a lot of business acumen to it. Knowing Pakistani people, knowing the Pakistani market, what would work and what not. I'm excited about this. One thing about Pakistanis, we're absolute foodies. यानी अगर आप कराची आएंगे, which is मेरे ख्याल में this is the food capital of Pakistan, आपको यहाँ पे बहुत ही diverse cuisines मिलेंगे. And especially if you're on lookout for Malaysian cuisine, the good news is कि Chop Chop Walk आपके लिए ला रहा है एक Malaysian menu. और हमारे साथ मौजूद है Chef Fadzly, who, as I've already said, one of the most decorated chefs that आई हैव पर्सनली मेट इन माई लाइफ, और ख़ास तौर पे ये कॉन्सुलेट ऑफ मलेशिया की तरफ से आज पाकिस्तान में मौजूद हैं और इन्होंने ये ज़बरदस्त मेन्यू डिज़ाइन किया है विच इज़ गोइंग टू बी अवेलेबल एट चॉप चॉप वॉक. सो शेफ फजली, प्लीज़ रन अस थ्रू. आई सी एवरीथिंग विच लुक्स वेरी वेरी टेम्पटिंग.
Yes. Okay, we hear the first one is a beef rendang. It's slow cooked and until it's slightly dry. Normally we take this during the fasting month, and of course in the Eid Mubarak ataupun in the fasting after the fasting month, we will celebrate the Shawwal with this. And also this dish is also been in the festival.
Oh, super.
Let's say we have any festival or wedding ceremony. The rendang is one of the signature, and it can be taken with the rice, can be with sticky rice together with that.
So it's spicy as well?
It's not really spicy. It's a lot of spices inside, and it's very interesting. I think it will be suitable to the market of Karachi and also the Pakistani.
I cannot wait to try it. And we also have these noodles.
Okay, of course. When we talk about some delicacies, of course, the people are looking for street food. And so when you go to travel to Pakistan, to Malaysia especially, and then you're looking in Pakistan where I can get mee goreng mama, so we can have a try in Chop Chop in the future, in the nearest. So now we are giving the training to the staff and how to make the authentic flavor of this mee goreng mama in Chop Chop.
Mee goreng mama, I like the name. I mean, it has a ring to it. Please tell me, what are the, this can only be made in chicken?
It can be prawn, it will be nice also. We have chicken, we can go for beef, it's always nice. And there is a method of cooking it.
Oh,
is
it like wok cooked and really fast? Yes,
of course, it's a wok and it's very fast. It can be prepared in less than 2 minutes.
Super, super. And you can have a choice of any protein. आप इसको shrimps में बनवा सकते हैं, आप इसको chicken में या red meat में बनवा सकते हैं.
The most important, the noodle must be yellow noodle or egg noodle. Yes.
Ooh, so
it cannot be like a small noodle. It cannot be. It have to be a specific dish noodle, but the protein you can change, no problem.
Wonderful. And of course,
the next
we see
is
the
our
satay.
signature of Malaysia. We have the Malaysian satay. It's a must that when you travel to Malaysia, and I'm also promoting Malaysia, travel to Malaysia. We have a Jom Malaysia Chalo, okay, so coming in. So satay is one of our national dish. Please have it. So
what I love about this is the way it is always presented. I mean, it looks like a little chicken lollipop. But tell me something.
It's a marination.
For those who are also trying to portion control and enjoy, but at the same time have some limits. How many is it okay to have? Like I could have like a dozen.
Normally people will order around 10 pieces. Will be around 180, 160 to 180 gram per portion. Nice. So it's a standard how we eat as a Western style. So it's standard.
But in Pakistan, Salman, I'm sure we could have like a competition. I'm inviting people to have a competition at Chop Chop Walk. How many can you eat? And you should have like a prize. Like if somebody crosses like 2 dozen, give them a free meal or something.
For sure, it's just protein, so it's healthy. So I don't see any harm in people bulking up on it.
Actually, what I really like about Chop Chop Walk is how mindful they have been with the trends. As people have become more fitness conscious around us, they always have, like, you have things which athletes have helped you design. And Wasim Akram has a favorite over there as well. Salman, tell us how does that happen? यानी आप उनसे पूछते हैं, साथ बैठते हैं, ये कैसे होता है? या वो आके Chop Chop Walk में जो changes करा रहे होते हैं, आप उसी को मेन्यू में डाल देते हैं?
I think जो आपने एंड में बोला, जो वो चेंजेस करवा रहे थे, वो उसी को थोड़ा सा इम्प्रोवाइज करके हम मेन्यू में डाल देते हैं. But yes, we work with many athletes, sports stars and celebrities as well to sort of design a menu which fits more to them. For example, we've got this dish on the menu called the Super Bowl, which is very protein heavy. So this was actually designed for Wasim Akram. He's a good friend of mine and he loves it to core to this date. And apart from that, we are also introducing a healthy menu very soon called Walk Fit. So that's going to be up and running in a month or so. So yeah, you have to keep up with trends. You have to keep up with people's, what they want now. And
Salman, I'd love to contribute to the menu, but I'll want to cut in the profits then. 100%. If people are going to order something which has my name, exactly. Chef, do you think that's good business?
It's a signature by you.
We can just send some food across wherever you need it.
So he's trying to buy me with food. Very, very classic of Salman. Salman, tell me something. Yeah. You're also taking Chop Chop Walk, inshallah, to Dubai very soon, I hear.
Yes. So we've just been in the lookout for the place since the past 5 to 6 months. But we've almost signed a place. So hopefully by the end of the year, you will see a Chop Chop Walk in Dubai.
That's so interesting.
That would be a proud moment for us.
And we'll have the chef come in more often,
inshallah.
Right? Do you go to Dubai often?
Yeah. I just come back also from Dubai recently.
So that's why Dubai makes sense.
On the way to Russia.
Nice, interesting.
Yeah.
Chef Fadzly, how often do you travel and how many countries have you been to now?
Based on my journey, I've been traveling for 15 countries already. From Japan until Switzerland. Yes, I've been there.
And you know, since you know this subject so well and hospitality, please tell me, like people often talk about the soft image of any country, how the culture surpasses all barriers and really presents the right picture. We've seen it, how sushi has done that for Japan, and you do it with satay and all the other dishes. What can Pakistan learn from that?
Actually, Pakistan have a varieties of food, only that we can select. We call as a gastronomic tour, means that from Islamabad, from other places, you can take one as a national dish. One place will be a tour, means that when people coming in to come into Malaysia, in Karachi, what is the main signature dishes that they must come? And let's say they're traveling to another places, what they need to try. So this is a main dish. So like
I
in
think
Malaysia,
you have some great advice for people who are trying to put Pakistan's best foot out there, because as you must have discovered, our food is our best kept secret. We do it differently, it is amazing, but it doesn't have that footprint in the world. You can't look at something
So
like,
you
you
have
can
to
look at satay and say it's Malaysian. Yeah, but he makes Pan-Asian food. He doesn't make Pakistani food.
He can do it. I can believe. And of course, the ingredient, let's say in Malaysia, the ingredient in Karachi actually is there already.
Yes.
Only the method of cooking we need to change, because your palate is already Karachi palate. So we now I'm here is to teach them the Malaysian palate.
You know, you bring a very nice example to my mind, especially during COVID, a lot of supplies, because to create a number of these dishes and to infuse those right flavors, you need a lot of ingredients coming from abroad. Salman, how did you solve that problem during the COVID years? Because I remember we had this conversation around salmon and tuna, and you were using Pakistani tuna. Is that still continuing?
Yes. So for salmon, we obviously have to import it, and we use Norwegian salmon, which is quite pricey these days as well. But tuna, we use local tuna, and for everything and anything. And our tuna is as fresh as it gets.
And I think you guys started that, and after that, a lot of restaurants in Pakistan picked it.
Yes. We really started using local tuna, and then most of the restaurants, they catched up on it. So the thing is, the local tuna available in Pakistan is actually a little more fatty as well. So when we often get Japanese guests or people from the Japanese consulate and all, they actually like our local tuna more than the tuna they get in Japan.
Wonderful.
Because in Japan they get tuna in a big block, so the fish is much bigger. So yeah, it looks a lot, you know, it looks nicer perhaps, but like this is more tasty apparently.
But you know, interestingly, I was at a maritime conference just yesterday, and they were talking about how we don't really have an aquaculture law. Like there's huge potential when it comes to our you know, the food that we can get from the maritime. But unfortunately, the seas have no laws over here, and Pakistan really needs to bring that up, because the freshness and, you know, making sure that all standards are met are extremely important. But you know, inshallah ta'ala, that should be the way forward. Chef Fadzly, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much.
And I know that there has been a few decades apart that your last visit and this visit were. And I hope to see you more often in Karachi and Pakistan.
I'm really pleased, and thank you for bringing myself to Pakistan under the General Consul of Malaysia, and of course, been treated very well by the team of Chop Chop Walk. It's so amazing. My stay here, my tummy is happy.
Thank you. Your tummy is happy, our heart is happy, because you have taught so many wonderful skills to our people. The teams have now learned how to make authentic Malaysian cuisines, and soon you will be able to experience that at Chop Chop Walk. Thank you, Salman, for making this happen.
Thank you.
And for inviting Chef Fadzly here. And ladies and gentlemen, do check out this wonderful, मुझे तो आज sneak peek के साथ ही मिल गया, but you must need to go to Chop Chop Walk as soon as possible, जहाँ पे ये menu I believe 31st of August के beyond आपको मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा.